The next step in this series on breaking the silence on the silent killer is ensuring that we're documenting what our blood pressure is and keeping a record. Why is this important? Knowing and logging. Because if you are experiencing different foods and different activities that are impacting your blood pressure, you need to know what they are. It's very, very important to know what you're taking into your body, some of the activities that could be impacting your blood pressure, and what those numbers are. If, for example, you like to consume alcohol or other things, you need to know what your blood pressure is before and after that, because we are, in many cases, micro poisoning ourselves. Now, I'm not just talking about alcohol here, I'm talking about food as well. The reason that I'm saying this is because when I started fasting, I eliminated almost everything from my diet that was cooked or processed. To a large degree, most processed foods were eliminated. And what I learned was whenever I would have vegetable oils, whenever I would have those low-cost oils, my blood pressure went up. And guess how long it stayed up? It stayed up until it evacuated from my body. There have been on 3 occasions I was monitoring my blood pressure. I had a specific food, street tacos, which were delicious, by the way. I had those street tacos. Following morning, my blood pressure would go up consistently. The following morning, my blood pressure would go up. My blood pressure would stay up for approximately 2.5 days. And my body was regular. My body was working because most of my diet consisted of fruit and vegetable. But when I added street tacos, for example, my blood pressure would go up. 2 weeks ago, I had 1 cup of coffee at about 6 p.m. The following morning, when I woke up, I measured my blood pressure. It was up. What is that telling me? I need to be very observant of how much caffeine I'm consuming, sugar possibly, and vegetable oil. What do you replace those things with? Well, the oil is almost the easy replacement. You can replace vegetable oils with avocado oil. It's more expensive, but what's more important? The best thing, and what I would definitely like to encourage people to do, is to choose the healthier option. This episode is all about documentation. Documentation. Another supporting reason why documentation is important is because when you go into that office, that doctor's office, or wherever office you go into, maybe it's a holistic lifestyle or community, for example, before you go into your doctor's office, it's good to have a good understanding of what's going on with your body. Because if you are consistently having high blood pressure and you're documenting what is going on in your lifestyle, what is impacting your blood pressure, well, then you can communicate to the doctor, this is what I think is going on based on what I'm experiencing, not what I think. And that discussion is a very different discussion than saying, I'm not sure what's going on, but I don't feel good. The doctor says, let me measure your blood pressure. And then they see it's high. And then they say, well, we're going to prescribe you to take a water pill. That's essentially what happened to me. I said, okay, what am I going to do to control this by myself? Because at the bottom of all this, we were created and have been on this planet for thousands of years. We can live in peace and harmony and good health without medication. Medication is relatively new. The way we're using medication, this is a new phenomenon. There's no need for us to continue to follow through with having to do something to regulate a normal, natural being. Document what's going on with your body after you consume or have activities. When you know what's going on with your blood pressure, then you can determine what is the best solution for yourself versus listening to what only the opinion is of the doctor that could lead to more costly and severe health issues in the future. This segment was proudly sponsored by ABOB.